Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. You know, I'm coming to you today with another live and raw, uncut footage. Lord Jesus, you guys can tell from the title what I have been experiencing. This started yesterday. I'm going to tell you, I did not have a good day yesterday. I really did not. For one, my daughter has been out of school all week long, my 4-year-old. Sick with the temperature. I did take her to the doctors. They did not give her anything. They said maybe she could possibly be coming down with a case of the flu, but if so, it's a little too late to try to take that being though she already spiked the temperature several times. Just wait and see if her temperature spikes. Keep her out of school. Keep her medicated. Keep her on the machine and everything else. Parenting is hard. And a lot of people are misinformed. That's why I try to tell my nieces and nephews and younger people that I know, do not become a parent. Do not become a parent. Not until you know that you have patience. Not until you know that you are financially stable. And financially stable does not mean that you have a job. Financially stable means that you have money in the bank to ensure that if you should fall back on your butt, that you can still financially support your child. But on to the next subject. Anxiety and depression, stress while dealing with the child. So I goes to do my daughter's homework with her yesterday. First of all, I was so tired. I have not gotten any sleep. But right now I'm up. I only slept about 4 hours. And I'm just up. I'm up before any alarm clock goes off. I'm always up before anyone else in my home is up. So I decided to go ahead and put some footage out there since I didn't vlog yesterday. But yesterday was very hectic. I was so tired and like, you know how sometimes you get to the point where your body just shuts down? Well, I have the reverse reaction to sleep deprivation. Or should I call it that? Sleep deprivation. That's what I go through. When there's days when I consistently don't get the proper hours of sleep, they turn into days where I cannot go to sleep or I cannot go to sleep and stay to sleep. So I had maintenance coming to my home yesterday. Um, and I attempted to take a nap before maintenance came, but maintenance interrupted my nap. Katie was still taking a nap at the time. So thank God I got a little second of glimpse of hope of peace and quiet in my house. And then boom boom boom, maintenance at the door. Here's a space heater since you don't have heat in your living room. Long story short, the day went on. Um, Her temperature went up and down. She's asthmatic, if you guys didn't know. And she gets sick a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Anyway, at the end of the day, almost bedtime, maybe like 7:30-ish, I started working on her homework because I said, okay, if her temperature breaks, which it had broke by then, hopefully it'll stay down by the morning time and I can go ahead and take her to school because she's missed so much school this week. So I try to sit down and do her homework with her. Mind you, I hadn't been able to do any homework with her throughout the week because she's been sick, like completely sick. To the point where I wouldn't even try to have my child do homework in that state. So I attempted to do some homework with her, and she acted like she didn't know anything. She acted like she didn't know how to do her name. She didn't want to do it. She played around. Mind you, she's 4 years old. So she's at this stage where, oh, I don't like school. I don't like wearing my uniform. My niece stays with me as well. So when she sees my niece go to school without a uniform on, she thinks that she's going to be allowed to do the same thing. No, I'm the mommy. You're the child. You're going to listen to what I say. So, I try to reinforce her with those things, oh, school is fun, you get to play with other people, you get to interact, you go to music class, you go to gym, you get to eat different types of food, and you get recess time, and, this and that, you learn. I try to reinforce her with those things to keep her excited about school because I was one of those type that never liked school, so I didn't want that to trickle down to my child. Anyway, so with me trying to do her homework with her, I got so enraged. She sent me through the roof. I had her write her name about 6 different times or 7 different times. And the sad part about it was the writing of her name was right over top of where she had to write it at. She wrote it successfully one time with a couple different erases. Then the second time she had to write it, because she had to write her name 4 different times, once on each line. The second time we couldn't even get through. I got so frustrated. And I think it was because I did not take my medication. And it probably was around the time that I needed to take my medication. But I was trying to hurry up and get her stabilized and in bed before I worried about myself. And that's something that I had to take a step back and make sure that I worry about myself and my mental state before I tried to deal with her. I got so enraged that I took her homework and I ripped it up and I threw it in the trash. I did not do it in front of her. And I will inform her teacher that I ripped her homework up and I threw it in the trash because my anxiety was through the roof. Through the roof. I was the third person that had attempted to do this girl's homework with her. And she could not even get through the first couple lines of homework, which would have been Monday's homework. She could not even get through it. It's so difficult, and it's so difficult for me to teach her because she's left-handed. So I'll say, look at this. This is the A. Make that A right here. She'll make something completely different. And it's so difficult. So as a result, I had ripped her homework up because I didn't feel like dealing with it. I was just tired. I was irritable. I was anxious. I was stressed at this point. I was at my max at this point. So you know what I did? In my night dress, I threw my coat on and my fake Uggs, and I hopped in my truck and I pulled off. I'm not even supposed to be driving. I'm supposed to have a sling on whenever I'm out and about. I didn't even put my sling on. I just let my arm rest on my leg and just pulled the hell off. Just pulled off. Drove around the park. Drove around the block, parked my truck, and just turned on my gospel music and turned my truck off. I sat there for about an hour listening to gospel music, trying to get my mind right. Trying to stabilize myself before I come back home and deal with my child. I bent my damn truck key, leaving out of the door, slamming into the door, trying to slam the door. I was so over it yesterday. It is very difficult being a parent. Very, very difficult. And when you don't feel like you have the support, it feels even more overwhelming. When you're dealing with a sick child, it's even more overwhelming. I don't know what to do. At this point, I do not know what to do. So if you are watching this and if you have any parenting tips, please, please leave them in the comments section. Please leave them in the comment section. Because everyone just seems to brush things under the rug when it comes to your child and behavioral issues like it's nothing. But for a parent like me who already deals with mental issues, I feel like I need help. I feel like I need help with this little girl and her behavioral issues. And I'm at the point where I don't know where to get the help from. I don't know how to get the help. Everyone else deals with her differently than I deal with her. Of course, she's my sweet little baby, so I spoils her because I wanted to give her the love that I did not receive as a child. And so I can kind of say I created that, but I never knew that I would have to deal with the attitude and the not wanting to do things and the so stubbornness. But the sad part about it is she's nothing but a mixture of her dad and myself, like completely a mixture of her dad and myself. Every single thing that she does is her dad and myself. If you guys have any tips at all, this is my plea. I'm pleading. If you have a child, if you have experience having a child with behavioral issues at this young stage, the age of 4, please leave a comment on some tactics that I could do, or some different type of reinforcements, because apparently the ones that I do doesn't work. Leave a comment. Let me know something. Help a sister out, because I'm overwhelmed. I'm trying to recover right now, and I feel like dealing with her slows down my progress because I can't focus on myself because I'm so focused on her. I'm supposed to do physical therapy 3 times a day. I only got it in once yesterday. That was the first time I've only did physical therapy once since I've had my surgery. That's how overwhelmed I was, and I didn't even care that I didn't get 2 or 3 in. I didn't even care. I said, screw this arm. That's how severe and how far gone my mind was yesterday. So please help me out, because no one is a perfect mom. No one. We all have challenges. We all have ups and downs when it comes to parenting. But if we can help each other out, maybe we can get a little bit further and a little bit better with our parents. And this is my one and only child. I don't plan on ever having another child. And this is why, because I would never want to subject myself to having to go through what I deal with dealing with my child. And I would never want to subject my child with having to go through having her homework ripped up by mom, because mom is too frustrated to deal with homework for the week. But thank you guys for tuning in. And you definitely will see my face for my next live video or my next pre-recorded video. I think I'm going to record on my camera the next time, because I'm kind of getting tired of folding this camera. But I do have something exciting coming up for you guys, so I hope that amps you up. And make sure you share my videos, give it a thumbs up, drop comments, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.